And then to finish off the campfire feel, we'll torch it. And then a little powdered sugar, and then there you go.
Which angle of this monster French toast should I go into?
I would smear it just like you were 12. You know, that way you get the whole, every bite is something the same.
All over everywhere. Is this like a s'mores French toast?
Exactly.
Bro, you are wild.
Oh, I appreciate it.
You are wild. Rock solid, man. Right
Sir.
What's up, party people? This is Terrell Manning with America's Best Restaurants. I'm in one of my most favorite parts of the world. I am in Hot Springs, Arkansas. And the food is just as good as the natural sights. And of course, you gotta love that God's nectar, that beautiful, crispy water that they got here. But I'm not here for that. I'm here to check out the best cafe. And we're America's Best Restaurants, so you know we gotta check them out. Let's go see what they got for me. Come on. Oh, hello.
Hey, how are you? We've been expecting you.
You have?
I have.
Okay, nice. I see you got some stuff here for me.
We do. This is our house-made fried chicken biscuit and our
I love
Bloody
fried
Mary
chicken.
with house-made Bloody Mary mix as well.
Okay, and I love Bloody Marys. Can you explain to me what's on this sandwich?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is our in-house biscuit,
Okay.
fried chicken. It's got Tillamook cheddar and over hard egg, and then it's topped with our house-made hot honey.
Ooh, everything is house made here, it
It
sounds
is.
like. I like that. And you guys even make the biscuits here too?
We do.
And then tell me a little bit about the Bloody Mary too. What do you guys put in there?
Okay, so it's vodka, the Bloody Mary mix,
so good.
which, as I stated before, is made in-house.
Right? I understand that Chef Ted is in the back and he's working on something. Can we go check him out real
Yeah,
quick?
let's go.
All right, let's go. I got the craftsman back here himself. Chef Ted, Chef, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
I want to know a little bit about the menu that you guys have here, and then also about what you're going to be preparing for us today.
So this is our fall menu.
Okay.
Literally just released as of last week. So we're gonna have a little more fall theme. So our French toast that I'm gonna make for you today is gonna be a dark chocolate butter with a toasted meringue and then a graham cracker crumble on top of a creme brulee French toast.
What do we start with?
So this is our in-house made brioche. We'll just take a nice about inch and a half slice,
Okay.
slice it down.
So you guys make this bread in-house?
Yeah.
Okay.
We also make our creme base in-house. I mean, there's very few things here that we don't make in-house. There's only 3 of us that work in the kitchen,
Okay.
so as much as we can do, we try to do it. In-house creme base, we'll just dip it, flip
Drop that
it.
thing in there.
Yeah, and then we'll just set it on this rack just for a second. That way, when we transfer it to the flat top, you know, it gets that nice caramelization
Right.
on both sides.
So I want to know a little bit more about your experience working, not just in this kitchen, but just overall in your kitchen life.
Yeah, so my grandmother ran a restaurant in Michigan for 35 years.
Wow.
My mother and I moved from Hawaii, and my grandparents retired down here in Arkansas. And so I've always had the kitchen in my blood, if you will. My
Right.
grandmother instilled that. And then as soon as I turned 17, I started working at a barbecue place.
Right.
Really started getting into it, and the passion's never left since. When my grandmother would make something that I didn't like, she'd always tell me, well, I guess you're just gonna have to make an omelet. So it all started as soon as I was tall enough to reach a stove.
Right.
She made me, gave me a knife, showed me how to do it, and then it was like, well, I guess that's what you're eating for dinner.
Yeah.
So.
Why the restaurant business though? Like, it's a very tough industry to be in, bro.
Again, my grandmother was an accountant,
Right.
so I went off to business school. Could not see myself sitting in a cubicle for 8 hours.
Right.
Some might call it crazy, but
But you're a little eclectic. Isn't
right,
it?
yeah, I'm all
It's a
over the
nice way
place.
of putting it, right?
But this is my menu, so
Right.
therefore it's great to really express my passions.
Right. All right, what do we got working on with our French toast?
So, like I said, perfect, nice and golden.
nice. Look at
we
that.
flipped it. We'll grab the sugar, turbinized sugar, put it on top.
Now we're gonna torch that, we're gonna just let it sit.
No, we're gonna torch it. That way we get the caramelization that we want.
Right.
We'll get the texture, because we want that bite. Something else that we make in-house is our own dark chocolate butter.
Chocolate butter.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then we'll do a little graham cracker crumble. And then also some house-made meringue.
Oh my goodness.
And then to finish off the campfire feel, we'll torch it. And then a little powdered sugar, and then there you go.
Which part? Which angle of this monster French toast should I go into?
So what I would do is I would smear it just like you were 12. You know, that way you get the whole, every bite is something the same.
Hey, I'm gonna go with chef's suggestion. Let's go. We're gonna just rub this all over everywhere. Is this like a s'mores French toast?
Exactly.
Okay,
There we
I see
go.
what you're going for. That's what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
It's like 3 to 4 textures in there in one bite.
Yeah, you get the crispy from the brulee sugar, you get the soft, spongy from the brioche,
Yeah.
and then you get the kind of sticky, kind of chewy from the marshmallow.
Bro, you are wild.
Oh, I appreciate it.
You are wild. Rock solid, man.
Yes,
Right
sir.
up there, baby.
Creme brulee French toast all the way.
Creme brulee
And you
is
cannot
pretty
go
good.
wrong with the biscuits and gravy either.
Biscuits and gravy is
their
pretty good,
biscuits are amazing.
The
Yeah.
burgers are delicious. Chef Ted does a bacon jam, which is amazing. So that's
You
what I
can
would
just
say.
see from, you know, the pictures in here what it used to be. And the fact that there is this movement in Hot Springs to restore downtown and, you know, and keep its charm just adds to, you know, I feel like the amazingness of Hot Springs. They've really done a great job with it.
I am sitting down with really the heart and soul of this operation
gosh.
right now. Miss Fatima, you're the general manager here, right?
Yes, yes.
Awesome. How long have you been working here?
Since the day it's opened,
Okay.
and before that, so the Best Cafe opened March 1st of 2021, but we've been working on this since January
Okay,
of
very
2021,
nice.
I'm sorry.
Okay, love it, love it, love it. And tell me a little bit about what we have in front of me here.
Yes, so this is our chorizo hash, so
Okay.
it's going to sit on a black bean puree. In the patty, it's going to be chorizo and potatoes. It's going to come with some poached eggs and then a salsa al verde. So
Ooh.
my last name is al verde,
Is it
and it's
really?
actually, the chefs tweak it. Chef Ted
Right.
is phenomenal, so he
Chef
tweaked
Ted
it.
is phenomenal.
So he tweaked it up a little bit, but yeah, that's a salsa al verde foam.
Look at that runny egg right there. I'm gonna turn it on. America, do you see that runny egg? Look at that. Beautiful. Let's try it out. That was really good.
Good. Yeah,
I'm
we have some really
surprised.
talented chefs.
I can tell, like, I'm honestly surprised how the black bean pairs with the chorizo. A little bit more about your story. How did you get
Okay.
into this industry and what led you to working here at the Best Cafe?
So I started out in restaurants. I pretty much just needed to put gas in my car.
Okay.
I took up a serving job, you know, thought maybe pay for a vacation or two, put gas in the car, and here I am many, many years later.
Love it.
I started working at a country club
Okay.
down in Florida. I'm originally from Florida.
Very nice.
And
am I.
Yes, exactly. I ended up working there with Chef Joshua. So
Okay.
Chef Joshua is the owner. Him and I had met there. He was my sous chef at the time, and we worked really well together, became friends outside of work. And then with the country clubs, they're very seasonal. So
Right.
people travel back and forth, move up north for a season, come back down.
Right.
So that's what we had done. So
Okay.
Chef Joshua and I had went our separate ways for a little while. And then after that, I was up there for a couple years doing the back and forth between Massachusetts and Florida.
Florida.
And then one day, Chef Joshua calls me up. He's like, hey, would you ever consider moving to Arkansas? So I asked
Of all
him,
places.
of all places. And then I asked him, where's Arkansas? I was like, I have no idea where that is.
Got about 3 million people here in the whole
right,
state.
right? Yeah, I was like, okay. But Chef Joshua he grew up in Little Rock. So
Okay.
he had a lot of connections here. So after years and years of traveling, the opportunity came up to open Best Cafe.
Right.
And so he called me up. He was like, hey, there's this restaurant that we're gonna have to open, or that we're gonna be able to open. Would you be interested? At that point in time, I had already knew that I was gonna be traveling down to Florida in December. So I figured, why not? Like, let me
Right.
make a pit stop. I'll at least check it out. If not, you know, at least I got to see an old friend.
Right.
And then it was just pack up everything in my car, my dog, and I was like, all right,
I love it.
let's make it work.
We have a cocktail in front of me.
Yes.
What kind of drink is this?
So that is our My Way. It is effing blood orange vodka.
Okay.
It's going to have orange juice, a little bit of blood orange puree, and then also some bubbles to top it off.
So it's citrusy, but it's got a little pop to it.
Yes,
All
yes.
right, let's try it out.
If anybody knows me that I love citrus.
That's really good. You love citrus because all the time you spend down in Florida.
Yeah, so funny story. It is the only reason I'm in the US.
Yeah?
Yeah, so Florida being a big citrus industry, my dad is a diesel mechanic, and so he got a green card to work on a citrus shipping company on the trucks.
Wow.
So brought my mom and my siblings over. So citrus is the one reason why I'm in the US.
What is next for Best Cafe?
So we have already begun to taking the next step. So
Okay.
Chef Joshua doesn't stop here at breakfast. We have actually just recently opened up a dinner restaurant here in
Really?
town as well. It's called Dawn Southern Social.
Okay.
It's upscale Southern food. Chef has always wanted the opportunity to open up his own dinner restaurant.
Right.
So he finally has. So now we have breakfast and dinner.
Right.
And then we do have plans for another cafe.
Okay, very nice. Will that be Best Cafe or a different name?
It'll probably be Best Cafe,
Love
but
it.
we're still going back and forth on that a little bit, but we definitely have plans to expand and grow, and just as much as you're enjoying this food,
Right.
we want a lot of people to enjoy Chef's food. He's very, very talented, and we're excited to bring this level of food to Arkansas. Through us being open here at Best Cafe and now over at Dawn Southern Social, we've really received really great feedback from guests and wanting and being able to enjoy this level of food.
Right.
So we definitely want to keep it going.
I love
Yeah.
that. What can you tell me about this picture right here? This is
So that is Wheatley Court. So that picture was taken, if memory serves me right, about the 1940s, 1950s, and it is actually just on the other side of the street. It was a court for like motor cars to really promote like traveling.
Right.
And so this used to be a cafe in 1933, and it had passed many hands in ownership. Then I believe around the 1960s or 70s, it had shut down.
Okay.
Completely. The whole court had shut
Right.
down completely. And then back in 2016, 2017, I believe, there was a pair of gentlemen that travel around the country and renovate old historic buildings.
Okay.
So then they had chosen this location.
Right.
And I think they spent like 2.5 million.
Wow.
Renovating the entire property, the
Right.
court, the cafe, bringing it back to what it originally was. Well, this was also right before COVID happened. So they opened up the cafe, COVID happened. Since they were a brand new restaurant, they didn't have much of a leg to stand on, so
Right.
it closed down. So when we took it over, it was turning key.
Right.
Just-
you didn't have to invest $2.5 million
Right,
into
right,
it.
yes. So it was just get the doors open, get some
Right.
good food in there, develop a menu, get a cocktail menu going, and here we are 2.5 years later.
I love it. You
Yeah.
guys are definitely doing a fantastic job. In my opinion, definitely one of America's very best restaurants. Before we close out, where can we find you all on social media and website?
So our website is bestcafeandbar.com.
Okay.
And on Instagram and Facebook, it is Best Cafe and Bar. What's better than the best? Just join us over at Best Cafe.
Come on over here to Best Cafe in Hot Springs, Arkansas. And I will say this for myself, definitely one of America's top restaurants. You guys can check them out. They finally kicked me out because they said I ate way too much food, but it's okay. I don't care. It's all happy weight at this point. But if you guys are in the Hot Springs, Arkansas area, you've got to come check this place out. Best Cafe, one of America's very best restaurants. Till next time, America, but y'all know what to do. Get on out of here, baby.